Located in East Africa, Kenya is slightly larger than France and is home to 36 million people. Even though it is one of the continent's most politically stable countries and has the best developed economy in Eastern Africa, most Kenyans live below the poverty line, earning only $1 a day. About 80% of the population lives in rural areas with eroding access to education, healthcare, clean water, and gainful employment. Joyce represents a generation of impoverished young females, struggling to find the balance between overwhelming domestic responsibilities, community involvement, and academic achievement. Considering the looming threat of gender inequality, her goal will be far from easy to attain. Gideon is Joyce's classmate. Because of the traditional gender roles, he will take on less household chores, is more likely to obtain higher grades, and has a better chance of completing his education than his female counterpart. Despite living in extreme poverty and with the challenges it presents, this community is working towards a future in which all of its members have a voice, where every man, woman, and child can live a life of opportunity and non-discrimination. Simon, the principal at a local elementary school, is one of the community members making a difference.
When I was just told to come here to be the head teacher of the school, I hesitated because of problems I came to see in the school. The walls were worn out, there were no doors in the school. We had a lot of problems. When you want to do anything, no funds, repair, no funds, textbooks, no funds. The government nowadays have tried a lot because of now providing at least for the childcare.
Since 2002, Kenya's government has offered universal free primary education. However, overcrowded classrooms, limited teachers, the expense of uniforms and supplies, and substandard enrollment and completion rates prevent quality education from reaching every child. Where problems have arisen in this community, so have positive role models.
My name's Monica. I am the women leader of this community, but it is not only this community, it is for all districts. I was chosen by the women in 1997 to be their leader. So we were facing many issues in our community. Many children were dropping from school. The women were poor. They were not having the utensils of their house, even clothing of their children. So I wanted to help them in many ways. The girls are going to like 15 years, you find that they are circumcised and get early marriages. So we have the same problems, Kipsigis and the Maasai.
Mostly practiced in rural areas, supporters see the practice as a rite of passage into womanhood. Female circumcision, however, threatens girls' survival, development, and protection, especially considering that the maternal mortality ratio in Kenya is among the highest in the world, largely due to this traditional practice.
This is something called the leso. I think I will remove it. This is for the leaders now. So we are seeing that it is written, masomo kwanza ndoa baadaye. So they said education first and marriages later.
Boisiet neyoe ko boisiet neo kabisa monekaine. Toreti chepyosok ako toreti okot lagok cheu Mercy. Kimioso ko kasarta nekikimii borwek ko kimakingen kele ne, lakini kingokakoit takitari komwowech kolenjech AIDS.
Kiatab tukotil. Anna took Mercy in and has been raising her for the last 4 years.
Kikonetan kole amakibendi tumdo. Soma.
Ko kinokere asakas ale tanyor lakwani somanet sikomuch kotoret okot lagokwak chemengechen.
In the best interest of the child, grandparents and other family members often become guardians of children who are orphaned.
So people have to walk a long time to go to hospital because we don't have hospital here. We don't have doctors here. They can take him by bicycle. We are glad now we have the road here. Long time we use the wheelbarrow, even a bed to take to hospital.
Kenya's health infrastructure suffers from a range of inequalities, one of which is lack of personnel. As of the year 2000, there was one doctor for every 10,000 people.
And you see that many people are becoming poor because of hospital bills. Sometimes others are to sell the land, the cows. Others are becoming poor because of these problems of hospital bill.
Agricultural chemicals, urban industrial wastes, desertification and hydroelectric power usage are currently threatening the quality and availability of Kenya's water supply.
We have the big river here called Mara River, where we fetch water there, and that one have many diseases like typhoid. Many people go to the river and fetch water, and they don't boil water. But now we are teaching the mamas to boil water so that they will get clean water.
The burden of sick family members usually falls on the shoulders of girls, as they are expected to care for the ill in addition to their younger siblings. Many girls are forced to forego their schooling due to the expectation that they will take on more domestic responsibilities as they get older.
Nikifika nyumbani nikaanza kwenda kulima shamba mpaka saa moja, nikakuja nyumbani nikaosha vyombo, nikafagia nyumba, nikaenda kuleta maziwa kwa ng'ombe, nikakula, nikasafisha vyombo, nikimaliza nitaenda kwa meza nikafanya.
Gender inequality limits the kind of future girls are able to imagine for themselves. They are often stuck in traditional gender roles that allocate menial or domestic chores such as childcare, housework, and cooking to girls. This systemic discrimination reduces their participation in school and results in girls dropping out earlier and obtaining lower test scores than boys. It also increases their vulnerability to poverty, violence, and HIV. This translates to women representing a disproportionate percentage of the poor population. Boys, on the other hand, are given fewer domestic responsibilities, allowing them to take advantage of the opportunities that lay before them.
Nikifika kwa hile ninatoa nguo, ninaenda kuona ng'ombe, nishikilie brada yangu. Hiyo kazi. Na siku nyingine nikifika mapema ninaweza cheza mpira huko na rafiki zangu. Nikiona ndege nje ni maajabu sana, lakini nitapita siku moja. Nataka kuwa rubani kwa hao, nataka kuokoa watu wakuwa. Kwa kwangu kupita ninasoma kila wakati.
The exams actually determined the future of the child, because if the child passed very well in the primary school, also it means the school she or he is going to get is a better school, and that one means a better life for that child.
Women and girls spend countless hours in search of scarce firewood and water, sometimes walking as much as 5 to 10 kilometers in search of it. Water must be collected every day, as it is needed for washing, cooking, and drinking.
So you find that they take a lot of time when they are preparing to make sure that they have water, they have firewood. If at all there was a way of getting water actually in our school, so we could have been dealing with other things.
To help combat the problem, clean water programs are being implemented at some schools in rural Kenya. This initiative has allowed many community members to have convenient access to clean drinking water. Even though progress is being made, the people of this community still have many challenges to overcome.
Many mamas, they were poor, or others are making like alcohol, and the men go and stay there the whole day drinking the alcohol. So we are trying to tell the mamas to leave that alcohol and start the small business.
Involvement in constructive forms of sustainable income is an important key to the success of the rural household and community.
My store, I started about 5 years, and my store is for assisting many women in this community. So I'm going to the market and bring something like salt, sugar, what, so I sell them there. The mamas bring more things to my store. They make calabashes, they make necklaces, and they bring to my store. And sometimes when I have visitors, I sell this one and come and sit down and share money to the women.
Unfortunately, the success of Monica and this community's women is rare. In Kenya, few alternative income-generating opportunities exist, leaving many women caught in a cycle of inequality and poverty.
We started things that called merry-go-round. That time we went to each mama for every month and we contribute some money. So the money was to help the child, and every month we go to each house and have that contribution of money. Harambee is something called for whole community. That is called Harambee. It is a big one, not like that one of merry-go-round. It is the big one. So we make Harambee if the kids are going to like university, high schools, or he was having the hospital bill, or even the problems of the house. And people and your relatives are coming together, and the community are coming together and contribute the money. So you make the big Harambee.
Harambee is pulling, we're working together. And we are working together in our school. We are doing Harambee.
Fighting problems as a community has begun to make a big difference in the Masai Mara. The notion of teamwork has helped solve many challenges, from medical bills to caring for the environment.
Each and everyone was assigned a tree to take care of it. There was a time when we had a lot of problems about a drought. So children were fetching water each and every day to make sure that that tree exists.
The next generation is the key to Kenya's success. Their understanding of equality, participation, and the value of working together will ensure that conditions will continue to improve.
Tukiwa tukifanya kazi ya kuleta maji kwa shule tuiche. Tukiwa hata ya kuchangia mtu pesa ya shule kwa kufanya kazi iwe rahisi.
So I'm saying that we'll try hard and to see that our kids in a few years coming, they will not poor again, and we want to see them going to school and have a good jobs. We want doctors here, we want teachers, we want even pilots, we want many our kids to change here in our community. We want more changes.
We want to make sure that the school have completely changed. The trees are alive because the school is alive.
Community members of the Masai Mara, both young and old, are committed to working together for a brighter future. A future in which their children are happy, healthy, and educated, empowered with everything they need to face the challenges that poverty has laid before them.